Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Playgroup Online for week 5. This is actually the first week back of the new term, so we're starting a new program this term, and it's called Animals. So each week we'll be looking at a different animal and the craft, and hopefully the story will reflect those animals. So this first week is on donkeys. The donkey is our animal. So we're going to sing a couple of songs together, and then we'll get on with the story and the craft. And our first song is influenced from Easter because one of my children got a Humpty Dumpty Easter egg. So I think we should sing Humpty Dumpty Sat on the Wall. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. My God is so big. Now, normally when we do this at Playgroup, we have our ribbons that we use, but I don't have any here at home, and so I thought you could, if you wanted to, make your own ribbon. Now, I've used a toilet roll, and we should all have plenty of those. And I happen to have material at my house, so I just ripped some strips of material. But you could use ribbon or string or newspaper or anything you like, and I just stapled them on. So let's sing My God is So Big together. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are His, the valleys are His, the rainbows are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do for you and you and you and me. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are His, the valleys are His, the rainbows are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do for you and you and you and me. Hello, Donkey. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, thank you, Donkey, for joining us today. I wanted to interview you for all the Playgroup kids and families online, as it's a special day on Saturday. Do you remember what it is?
Is it my birthday?
No, Donkey. It's a special day, though, when we remember donkeys.
What? I didn't know there was a special day just for donkeys. Do we get a day off? No more carrying and walking little kiddies round the ring on donkey rides? No more pulling and loading heavy burdens? No more...
Hey, Donkey!
Yeah? Oh, sorry, I get carried away. Carried away, get it? Ha ha, never mind.
Donkey, Saturday is Anzac Day.
Anzac Day. Oh, Anzac Day. When we remember those men and women who defended our country during war. When those soldiers from Australia and New Zealand were first called Anzac and the name stuck.
Yes. All of those things we remember on Anzac Day. But why do you think we remember donkeys?
Oh, I know. Yeah, because my great-granddad donkey was one of them.
Really? Tell me about him.
Oh, well, he has long ears, just like me. He has big teeth, just like me. He said, hee-haw, hee-haw.
I mean, Donkey, what was he doing during the war?
Oh, yeah, right, of course. Well, great-granddad Donkey, he went to the war with the Anzacs. Those Anzacs needed donkeys to carry all their supplies and stores from the beach up to the trenches, and then from the trenches back down to the beach. And great-granddad Donkey was especially selected to wear a red cross.
What was the Red Cross for?
Target practice. Oh, no, I joke. Don't you know?
No, tell me about it.
Oh, the Red Cross is a symbol of the medical corps. You know, first aid, the doctors and the nurses who help people. The doctors were there to help the injured, the sick and the dying. They carried wounded soldiers from the trenches back along rocky roads, dusty trails and muddy minefields, back to the field hospitals. My great-granddad Donkey was one of those donkeys. He was brave, just like the soldiers. Ah, he was strong, like the Anzacs, and he worked hard to help anyone who needed it.
Wow, your great-granddad Donkey sounds like he did a very dangerous job.
You betcha. He was fearless, courageous, valiant, and heroic.
Wow, they're really good words to describe what the Anzacs and the donkeys did. Fearless, courageous, valiant, heroic.
How about daring, bold, gutsy, and plucky?
More great words to remind us.
And audacious, spirited.
Okay, Donkey, that's enough. Well, thanks, Donkey, for telling us about your great-granddad Donkey and the brave soldiers who went to war. It's really good to think about what happened and what they did for us as we remember Anzac Day on Saturday. Well, say bye to all the kids.
Bye, kids. Oh, but miss, I got more words. Dauntless, determined, resolute.
Thanks, Donkey. Bye, everyone. Hi, everyone. This is a song called Donkey Riding. I wrote the words for the verses because I wanted it to reflect Anzac Day. So you can sing along with the chorus. So here we go. Were you ever in the wars? Many donkeys carried stores to and from the beach and moor, riding on a donkey. Hey ho, away we go, donkey riding, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. This war injured many men, donkeys carried them again. When the fighting was at an end, they rode upon a donkey. Hey ho, away we go, donkey riding, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. From the trench many were carried, while the soldiers' blows they parried. Down to the safety they were ferried, riding on a donkey. Hey ho, away we go, donkey riding, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. We say thank you to the brave, many lives the donkey saved, carried on the trails unpaved, riding on a donkey. Hey ho, away we go, donkey riding, donkey riding. Hey ho, away we go, riding on a donkey. This week at Playgroup, our craft is making a donkey. So you'll be able to download the donkey PDF, and you'll see that there's two of them, and that's because you can have a front and a back of the donkey. So the first thing you need to do is to cut it out. So now that you have your two donkey pieces cut out, you glue them together. And it will also make it a bit thicker because we're just using paper. Okay, you could colour your donkey in if you had a grey coloured crayon or something like that. I'll just leave mine white at the moment because I can't find the crayons. And then I raided the peg basket to put our legs on the donkey. Now if you've got wooden pegs, that's what I would have used if I could have found any. But just two legs like that and he should stand up. Now to add some extras to our donkey, you could put a little hoof on the end of each foot. So it looks like he's got hooves. And you could leave your craft just like that. Or another addition would be to put some wool, if you have any wool, where his mane and tail tuft are. So I'm just going to wrap this around my finger. And then cut it. And then glue over the top of where the mane is. And glue around. I'm actually going to cut these in half, they're a bit long. A bit more. And some up here. Between his eyebrows, between his ears, and a few on his tail. You could do that on both sides, but I'll just do it on one side. And there's our donkey. As a bonus craft for this week, because Saturday this week is actually Anzac Day, and that's when we remember all those brave men and women who went to the war and fought on our behalf. And the symbol of Anzac Day is the poppy. So I thought we'd make some poppies just out of patty cake papers. And now these are the mini ones, the tiny little ones. I just happen to have some red ones at home. And a paper plate, because we're going to make a wreath out of these. So the first thing you need to do is to cut a hole in the middle of your plate. So I just partially folded that in half and just cut it out. And this is only a mini plate as well, it's not a big one. But you could just use a cereal box cardboard and cut out a wreath shape. Now with the patty papers, you'll see they're white on one side. So all I did was I just turned it inside out. And to get the flower shape, because poppies are a type of flower, what I did was I folded a patty paper in half and then in half again, a bit like our flowers week. That's how I cut those ones out as well. And then you just round the edge and you have, looks like a butterfly bit, a flower shape. So you do that, it takes about 7 of them to get all the way around. I actually did 3 at once. 1, 2, 3. Our next step is to make the little black seeds in the middle, and there's a couple ways you could do that. If you don't have any poppy seeds, I happen to have some at home, you could just use a black marker pen and just do your dots in the middle. like that. But on the rest of them, I'm going to actually just glue some poppy seeds. So a bit of glue in the middle and then sprinkle on our poppy seeds. Okay, now last step is to then just glue your flowers onto your wreath. So I might just go all the way around the edge with my glue stick and then just glue them on. I actually need one more to fill in the space. And the last thing I'm going to do, so this is our finished wreath, is just to get some wool or string and tie it on here so that I'm going to hang this on my front door for Anzac Day. And here's my finished wreath hanging on my front door ready for Anzac Day. So that's all for Playgroup this week. Have fun and see you next week. Bye.